Now, this is a story that's grown some arms and legs. This article is a little bit outdated, but I'll go into a big explanation at the end, right? The Onion buys conspiracy theory site Infowars with plans to make it very funny, very stupid. Now, I haven't read the article. I'll go through it and I'll hope they'll actually explain the situation of why Infowars, Alex Jones's company, is up for auction. Obviously, it's related to Sandy Hook, but I'll just go through the article and hope that they explain it. A satirical news outlet purchases media platform run by Alex Jones at a court ordered auction, except they didn't. But I'll get into it at the end. The satirical news outlet The Onion has purchased Infowars, the right wing media platform run by the conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, at a court ordered auction. The news was confirmed on Thursday morning in a video by Jones himself, as well as the head of The Onion's parent company. I just got word 15 minutes ago that my lawyers and folks met with the US trustee over our bankruptcy this morning, and they said they are shutting us down even without a court order this morning. Jones said in a video shared on X. The Connecticut Democrats with the Onion newspaper bought us. The Onion plans to rebuild the website and feature well-known internet humour writers and content creators. CEO Ben Collins confirmed this in a post on Blue Sky on Thursday, writing, "The Onion, with the help of the Sandy Hook families, has purchased Infowars. We are planning on making it a very funny, very stupid website. We have retained the services of some Onion and Clickhole Hall of Famers to pull this off. I can't wait to show you what we have cooked up," Collins added. In another post on Blue Sky, Collins said that part of the reason we did bought Infowars is because people on Blue Sky told us it would be funny to buy Infowars, adding that those people were right. This is the funniest thing that has ever happened, except it didn't happen, but we'll get into that. The purchase includes the acquisition of Jones's company's intellectual property, such as its website, customer lists, inventory, and certain social media accounts, and the production equipment, according to CNN. The amount of the bid has not been disclosed. And by the way, that's a serious amount of cash because I've been in Infowars. I've been there. I've actually been in the building with Alex. I've been on Infowars, like live, and it's amazing, and I'm desperate to go back, but maybe that won't happen anymore. But he has like a full serious production going on in there, like a full major serious production. It's actually very, very impressive. Like I went in and I was amazed. Like basically, I've been on news shows, I've been on TV shows here in Britain that didn't have as much of a setup as this. Like it's done up as a fully professional like newscasting agency. It's extremely impressive. In the immediate aftermath of the news breaking publicly, Jones started streaming live on X, lambasting the sale of his site. Railing against The Onion, among others, Jones told viewers that it's a distinct honour to be here in defiance of the tyrants. He emphasised that no one told him he couldn't go live. Jones also began to ramble about the upcoming Donald Trump administration, telling viewers things like, "This is the fight. If you think the deep state has given up, think again. America is awake now." As of Thursday afternoon, Infowars.com had turned into a white screen with a single sentence emblazed across the screen: "Site unavailable till further notice." The sale follows a judge's order earlier this year for Jones to liquidate his personal assets to help him pay off the $1.4 billion he was ordered to pay the families of victims of the 2012 Sandy Hook school shooting that killed 20 first graders and 6 educators when they took him to court for defamation after he falsely claimed that the shooting was a hoax and that they were actors who staged the shooting as part of a government plot to seize America's guns. Jones and his company, Free Speech Systems, filed for bankruptcy protection in 2022. In order to make the bid work, a lawyer representing the families told CNN that the families agreed to forego a portion of their recovery to increase the overall value of the Onion's bid, enabling its success. After surviving unimaginable loss with courage and integrity, they rejected Jones's hollow offers for allegedly more money if they would only let him stay on the air, because doing so would have put other families in harm's way, said Chris Matty, an attorney for the families. In a post on social media earlier this week, Matei added that the breakup of Infowars this week is just the start of Alex Jones's lesson in accountability, and that the families will go after his future income and any new Infowars owner, acting as a vehicle for Jones's continued control of the business. And here we are at the end of the article. Now, The auction was a complete sham. It's not going ahead. It's not going through. And it seems there was a little bit of illegal fuckery. And this is just what I'm going with what I'm hearing, is a judge blocked the auction. They've basically said you weren't allowed to do that. There is a lot of collusion and woo-woo behind the scenes fuckery going on here that potentially could be illegal. So Infowars ended up going back up. Alex Jones was still broadcasting, and now apparently this is all being investigated. So that's as much as I know so far. The details haven't fully came out yet. But yeah, it seems that they tried to pull something extremely sketchy. Now, as for Alex Jones himself, he's a friend of mine. You know he's a friend of the channel. You know that he's a friend of mine. He appears in the outro of like all of my videos, which is excellent. I love the guy. I think the stuff that he says is amazing, and he's been proven right far too many times. Like, he was talking about the Epstein stuff like a decade before it entered the mainstream. Right? He was talking about that stuff a long time ago. Now, in regards to what the state's doing with Alex Jones is, they are obviously just trying to get rid of him. That's it. They're obviously just trying to get rid of him. They're trying to destroy his life. They're trying to destroy his livelihood. And they just want they want to get rid of him, and they want him to shut up. That's the key important thing. They want him to shut up. He's saying things that the state doesn't like. Remember how I says that eventually he's always correct? Right, everyone makes jokes about they're putting chemicals in the water, they're turning the frogs gay, and everybody like makes fun of him for that quote, and then it turned out he was fucking right. It wasn't. Technically, it wasn't turning them gay. It's a type of frog that can actually change its gender. It's like an asexual frog that can change its gender when it comes to breeding time. But there was a chemical in the water that turned all of them female all at once, which meant that there were no males and they couldn't breed with each other, and the species of frog risked extinction. That was something that actually happened. That he turned out he was not exactly right, but he was close enough to being right. But basically, they just want to shut him up. And anytime he moves on to do something else, they're just going to start a whole new court case against him. They're going to claim like 99% of any money that he makes in the future going forward. That's something that they're going to do. What Alex Jones is going to do to combat that, maybe he would have like a third-party person own the company, and Alex Jones is technically just an employee or something like that. Maybe that's what he's going to do. I have no idea. And I haven't taken the time to ask him. I haven't messaged him in a wee while, actually, because I imagine the man's very busy. He's got a lot on his plate right now, and I don't want to message him asking him for all the ins and outs and the little details and stuff like that. But because I imagine that he's I imagine he's a little bit too stressed out for that. But I'm hoping it might not be next year because I've far too much on. But I do want to go back to America. Maybe it will be next year, but probably not. But hopefully I'll be able to appear back on, well, it won't be Infowars, but whatever project he has lined up next.